We made it to Friday. Here's the view that I wanted. Sue, hello, greetings to you. Welcome aboard on Friday. Cold everywhere, I'm assuming. Amy, hello. Flavia, we did make it to Friday. We made it. Oh, just go right through the tape, the finish line. Rev up the gadgetry. Let's get things rolling here, Butterdicks. Yeah, Dave, you're right. You're right. Let's rev it up. Rev up the garbage. Rev up the gadgets. Rev up the garbage. Our yard waste bin was MIA since last week, and it's back in the game now. We had lost it last week. They came to pick up the trash and the recycling and the yard waste, and the yard waste bin was just gone. But Lady Jerry looked into that, and it has returned. The yard waste is back. The yard waste bin is back. We have completed our tree trimming next door and maintenance, and so that went off pretty trouble-free. We are we're just paying writing the check for that, so we're underway. Everything's good. David, you're saying it's Friday and you're very excited, but there really is a crazy amount of snow. Yeah, oh my goodness, I can't even understand the amount of snow that I'm seeing in places that don't have any business getting snow. But then again, that's how it goes. Jeff, you feel guilty for not having any snow? I guess I don't feel guilty about that. I mean, we got problems. It'll be earthquakes or fires or mudslides here in California. I'm not too concerned. I'm getting Lady Jerry, I think, may stop in today, but she's also been busy. She was up to surf this morning, and then she was back. She's been working on her environmental jobs, and we've been viewing the tree thing next door. I've made a corporate video for one of the companies that I've worked for. This will be my 10th year about that. I have gotten a call from the Toyota dealership. They have a truck that meets my needs. It's that army green Toyota Tacoma. I love green. That's one of my favorite colors. Not necessarily always to wear, but I just like that. I like green. And so they have one coming in mid-March, which is in plenty of time. So after the show today, I'm going to call them up and put a deposit down, and then that is going to be my truck, I hope. I think that's how it works. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure how things work because that's just where I am in my life right now. I'm not sure how things work. So I'm just looking at the Seize the Day, picking out one for later because Lady Jerry may roll in. But even if she doesn't roll in, I think I'm ready. What can I read you? What can we dip into? How about, you know what? I don't know if Andrew's here, but he always does like a little bit of snark. Hi, everyone. Hi, Chris. Glad you're back for another show live as well. Dave, every day is Catter Day at your house. Very nice. Yes, I'm hoping that, David. I mean, I've seen them, and it looks good. We're getting the 6-foot bed. Going to be nice. You did get a surprise Jake appearance the other day as a guest, Charlie, on an old faux fop. Yes. Oh my God, that was a long time ago, man. I haven't seen Will Anderson in a couple of years, sadly. But I'm ready to see him again if he ever gets back to the United States. Although when you can be touring around Australia in relative safety, why would you come here to the United States to do comedy shows in weird limited capacity? Anyway, the Snark Handbook, literature. This is by J.W. Egan. Never judge a book by its movie. Good one, J.W. I'm surprised that you're not a little more famous. Dorothy Parker says the cure for boredom is curiosity. There is no cure for curiosity. It did kill the cat, though. And so I don't know if you can consider that a cure or a permanent solution. But those types of things can happen. Keith says, made sure you bought a stick when you bought a truck. The wife couldn't drive a stick. I don't think Belinda's going to be, Lady Jerry's going to be interested in driving the truck. But we'll see. Oh, I didn't move your bench over.
If I'm not going to be, you maligning me that I'm not going to drive the truck?
No, Keith said when he bought a truck, he made sure he bought a stick shift because his wife didn't drive a stick shift. And I said, I didn't know if you were going to be interested in driving the truck, but
I know how to drive a stick shift.
You know how to drive a stick shift, but it's not going to have a stick shift.
No.
I don't even know if there are vehicles. I mean, I'm sure there's now. Oh,
shit, sorry. Geez. Yeah. What's wrong? My glasses aren't working. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
greetings.
everybody.
Welcome aboard.
Hello.
How's your day? Oh, what a nice haircut.
Yeah.
I gave myself and Lady Jerry
I've been to Mr. Jerry.
A little trim.
It's so funny.
Mr. Jerry.
Just
a bit of a touch up.
Yeah, because
I don't know why you haven't been coming to me this whole time.
I've been saying I will not let Mr. Jerry cut my hair, and then yesterday I just like, fuck. I don't need to.
And I did
anybody to come over and, you know, I mean, I love.
We've ordered a Kimbo, Kimbo.
Bimbo as in Kimbo. Kimbo as in bimbo.
Yeah, Kimbo the bimbo.
But completely the opposite of a bimbo.
So we've ordered it. We're going to pick it up June 16th up just outside of Seattle, Washington. And now we're shopping for the Toyota Tacoma truck to put it on top of.
Oh, that's pretty exciting. Jerry's been down to the Manhattan. And then I get to hear all about it when he comes home, and he really is enjoying himself. And we found the right dealer, because the other dealer, we won't say the name of it, but those guys were, oh my God, predatory. They were texting and calling.
They're all calling you. They all like to call you and make sure that they've still got you.
Thanks, Jen. Yes, he did do a good job. He did. It needs some layers in the back, but Mr. Jerry has to go to layering school.
I just worked on this back bit here. I didn't really do any kind of
I did some of this the other day. I did a bit of.
I think I can do a little bit of YouTubing and fix that back up. You know,
a bit of YouTubing. Well, here's the other thing: is I like my hair messy, so you sort of can't go wrong with my hair. Because the other thing is, if anyone ever said, what's that? I'd say, well, that's how it's supposed to be. I've had those, multilateral hairdos. I'm looking at myself on that monitor.
Some people are saying their head it's a bit choppy, but I don't know what to do about that.
Looks good our end.
Jeff is saying he loves the new Jeep truck. I love that too, Jeff. They don't have a long bed in that, and also I rented one of those the last time I was in Austin, Texas, working at the club there, and the Jeep is it's got a narrow wheelbase, and so it's already got a high center of gravity, and then you put a camper, if you were to put a camper above that, could be a little troublesome. Sue says it's freezing up on her too. Oh God, I don't even know.
Oh, sorry about that. Our end, it looks good. So, Ed, you were driving across Botswana and Namibia, and they had a stick 4x4 driving on the opposite side of the road. That's how I learned to drive, not in a 4x4, but I actually learned on a stick on the opposite side of the road. The first thing
Where did you learn?
In New Zealand.
Well, that's not the opposite side of the road for you. That's the proper side of the road. It would be one thing if you'd grown up. If you'd grown up riding on one side.
Oh, Jerry, don't take the wind out of the sails of that story.
Oh, no.
Yeah, come on.
I'm the wind beneath your wings.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, here they are. So so that must be horrible if it's freezing up. The other thing is, the first thing I ever drove was a tractor with my friend Juliet Thompson. And she said, okay, this is what you do. You let out the clutch and you put down the accelerator. And she showed me what the brake was. Well, the next thing, I was right up against a fence. And I didn't know that I was supposed to get it out of gear. So every time I was taking my foot off the clutch, the fence was going more over. And my poor friend Juliet doesn't have perfect use of her legs. So it took her quite a while. She had to really kind of get over.
Take her driving test in a Cadillac Fleetwood, which is a very big car. Let me just take your time.
I've flown all the way from England all night.
It says you're 96 point.
Isolation and freezing up
I'm
happening.
97.8. Ugh.
Yeah.
And I must have been 15 and a half or however old you are.
Look, we are.
No, that's, you can see it's moving.
Yeah. Everyone is saying those stop, start, go, choppy,
Yeah.
like a slideshow. Dave, guys, there's nothing we can do on. I know it's one thumb up, Dave. Yeah. Sorry, it's choppy. What do we do? Turn the Mevo off and just go with the camera?
I don't know if I can do that. I just went on YouTube because I know you're watching. I'm trying to follow the comments over here.
It's
Fiddle While Rome Bird says, oily oxen free. Good to see you. Calm Down says, yo, calm down. And
must be the polar vortex.
It must be the polar vortex that's causing the internet choppy freezy. But I don't know. I don't know what to tell you or what to do. It could be our daughters in there watching some kind of weird.
Oh God! I just tried to get Fanula to
Twitch
go
streaming
outside and do some.
She was
telephoning.
outside jumping up on that box.
I know.
I
Outside
really think you
in
need
the
to.
sunlight.
You need to back out of her business a little bit. Maybe
Getting some vitamin D's, getting some D's out there in the sun. I've been out 3 times this week. More, really. Listening to every other word lends to hilarious results.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, I'm glad.
Oh, Dave thinks it's the Jewish space lasers that are causing the problem. And you know what, Dave?
Yeah.
You could be right. Oh,
Yeah.
now it says slow internet, stop and restart the stream.
Okay, so why don't we restart it with just this guy?
No, tap for more. Well, no, because it's, believe me, you don't want to do it.
Okay.
You don't want to do
Those,
it. I've made that mistake before.
Trying to make some cow noises. Okay, well, I'll trust you. Some.
Talk about what's for dinner.
Oh, well, I vegan pad thai. Which
delicious.
Jake, Mr. Jerry, Lord Jerry, we call him Mr. Jerry when he's cutting hair. Lord Jerry loved it. The littlest Jerry took sort of one, and then she stayed and talked to us for a long time, and it was sweet.
I'm a big fan of the peanut.
Yes, and it's spicy peanut sauce, and it's marinated, tofu grilled with, all sorts of delicious miso, ginger, garlic, toasted sesame oil, a bit of chili paste in there. Tonight, and then tonight we're going Antipodean. So last night we did a little...
Tonight we're going Antipodean. Oh,
yes.
Is it a bacon and egg pie tonight?
Yes, it is. It's going to be some good eating.
Yes.
Here's the thing, guys. I'm either quite interested in cooking or absolutely could not give a toss about cooking. Just completely...
And that's also roughly how it goes with too. Sometimes you're quite interested in me. Sometimes you're not very interested in me at all.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but I like you more than I'm much keener on you and much more partial to you. Cooking is just just a bore, Sometimes I'm into it. I had this conversation a million times. You guys don't need to hear it anymore. Jeff wants more miso. Sounds delicious. Thank you, Flavia. Don't stop midstream.
What did she say?
She said sounds delicious.
Oh,
so I said
all right.
thanks.
Yeah, but people who are listening can't.
Oh,
they don't know.
God.
Not everyone is
not
reading the thing. Some people are just watching the thing, and so you need to. We've been over this. Do you remember some of the other conversations
I'm
we've had about
never going to get.
to get?
It has been determined so.
It has been determined so.
Yeah, well, I told you that. I told you I'm just, sometimes.
No, I
yeah.
took your word for it, but then I do like to get Mr. Predicto involved sometimes. although
I
he's
am
so wrong
very
so
sorry,
often.
Jen, to hear. Is there no right there right now because
they're
Texas is
snowed-
freezing.
They're frozen and snowed in, and there's no power.
God, and then I was reading one thing today that, all those horrible things are happening, and then some people don't have any food, so they're starving. I was kind of like, oh my God. And then that Mayor Boyd, the guy who got on Facebook and just told everyone to pull their underpants up and take care of themselves and know the government was not coming to help, he had to resign today.
Oh, well, good for him.
His rant on Facebook was so horrible. The one that Cenk
the
just
idea
did
that-
to
the
Joe
idea-
Rogan about all those people. Big government.
He's
and it's
teasing
like,
him. Yeah.
yeah, enjoying it.
But,
Yeah, he's got help.
So fiddled
He's got
while Rome burns says they got freezing everywhere in the Midwest. They just got grin and bear it. Count your lucky stars, right?
Okay,
Calm
Jeff.
Down says you need clickbait titles maybe next time. Yeah, I definitely need some clickbait titles.
Yeah, what are some clickbait titles?
Yeah, I've got the fart machine, but I don't have any clickbait titles.
Yeah,
You want that?
Yeah, well, excuse me.
What were you asking me about?
You're no longer in charge of the fart machine. I like what Pix says. She likes to cook except when she has to cook. I get it. And yes, Jeff, if the results are good, then it's great. If everyone loves your food, the thing that it is the most ungratifying. Ooh, that was a bad pixelate. It's the most ungratifying thing when you make a dinner and nobody says anything. I mean, sometimes if you've made
that doesn't. Come on. What kind of an
it does.
ingrate D-bag husband have you got?
Yes.
Always.
No, sometimes I'll be eating it and going, is it any good? I mean, I cook,
Oh yeah, well sometimes arguably it is terrible. Not terrible. Ouija,
you
welcome
are going to
aboard.
get onto thin ice in a minute,
Where's the
mate.
marriage at right now?
Who wants to know? Hi, Ouija. Yes, we can tell you. The fart machine is not very responsive.
Oh, Jen's Rich is suggesting that Jen just go to Cancun with Fled Cruz.
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah.
You still got it, baby.
Yeah. Hashtag Ted fled. Oh my God.
See, his name is Ted.
Yeah. No,
But what Rich just called him Fled, like
Yes,
Fled
I
Cruz,
know.
because he.
hashtag Ted fled is all over Twitter. Thanks to Rich, it's trending big time because man. And then I got sent a petition today asking for him, for Ted Cruz to resign after his part in January 6th, and then this latest scandal. But I doubt that he will. You ask me a question?
If you could appear on any game show, which would you choose?
God, none. I don't like game shows. Oh, what's the one in England where they have all the lights and you have to. We watch.
Who wants to be
A millionaire? Yeah,
or
yeah.
the Chaser. That Chaser one. That's the other good one. The Chaser one is good. Oh, but I feel like those are really tough. Those are really tough ones. This is a stretchy.
Is it made of
no iron
recycled
shirt.
bottles?
Yeah, this is recycled bottles.
Oh, I knew it. I can feel a recycle. I can recognize it with my just like
Having a
that.
feel of my jugs.
Yeah. Well, what do you don't call man's ones jugs though? What do you call them? Your
I'm
packs?
just making a joke because
Yeah.
it's bottles and jugs. Do you get it?
Oh God. Yep. That's what I thought of that one. Toot. The old Hollywood squares. Yeah, I like the way you sort of look down at other people. And Jen says Ted Cruz is going to get dragged back by the back of the truck if he tries to come back. Yes, and he shot a scallywag. What
Flavia is saying the old Hollywood Squares. I did do 1 week of the new Hollywood Squares one time. I would like to do. I think Wheel of Fortune is the one you want to go on because that's the one where you've actually got a chance of getting something right.
Me in particular.
No,
just anybody. One. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
that wasn't.
Yeah. The thing is, the pressure wouldn't be good for me. I'm good. I've played those games at home, and I know that East Pakistan is Bangladesh, and blah. I've got some good geography and stuff and general knowledge, but I would freeze, and then I would forget to say that. Who is? Isn't that what you say at the beginning of the sentence?
You have to phrase your answer in the form of a question on Jeopardy.
Yeah. Who is William Shakespeare? Yeah, that would be really hard for me. Because I would just blurt out the answer, as you guys might be able to tell, without saying the who is parts, and then I wouldn't get it right. And it would
they should really bring back Password. Yeah, I did. Password was a fun. I can't remember if I think they did try and bring it back, and it didn't go. Of course, a friend of mine is working on the crew of The Price is Right with comedian Drew Carey. It'll be fun to host a game show because you just get to kind of goof off and have fun and be around regular people, and we'll make regular people at 11. Anyway,
remember we watched the British show about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and all the people who had the incredibly sophisticated.
They gamed the system,
yeah, they
yeah.
gamed it. I mean, it wasn't a very good TV adaptation of that story, even though it had Matthew McFadden in, who I love. Not as much as I love you, but I love him a little bit. I love you a lot, and I love him just a teeny little bit.
Matthew McFadden.
I love his acting.
I love him a little bit too.
Yeah, oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Rich is saying that Sanford and Son was originally a British show called Steptoe and Son.
Yes,
which
it was.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you guys took a lot of British shows. Three's Company.
Well, took or bought.
Yes,
we paid good money for that show.
But you remade them.
And then we made it better. Sanford and
No.
Son is a pretty great show. I never saw Steptoe
Sanford and
and Son.
Sons was good.
If you want to besmirch Red Fox's name, not on my watch.
Three's Company was called... What was that one called? It was really funny, the British one. Really funny. You guys, but it would be very
Three's Company
dated
was
now.
a very popular show here.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite. Many of the episodes were based on a misunderstanding, and
That's not your favorite.
my least favorite plot.
Yeah. When that plot line happens and then and it goes on for a really long time, I can feel the tension from that side of the sofa. Jerry always sits on Jerry always sits to the right of Lady Jerry, and he gets not like this because he doesn't like it. But we have a thing now where we're trying to interpret the other person's size. Does that mean he's not liking the show? Is he liking the show? We are liking
I can't remember what it's called.
Behind Her Eyes.
Yeah.
It's a limited 6-episode show. It's British.
Behind Her Eyes.
Yes.
It's on Netflix. It was number 6 in America yesterday.
Yes, out of the top 10 trending shows. It's got some good sex in it. So it's got some not good sex, and then it's got some good sex.
Jen is saying we took The Office and made it better.
Jen.
I think both the offices are great, but yeah, the American
Ricky
Office is
Gervais's
pretty
Office was really funny. I love Steve Carell too. I do.
Flavia is bringing up the Gong Show. Flavia, listen, Chuck Barris wrote a book that then George Clooney made into a movie where Chuck Barris is both the host of the Gong Show and an international spy. And you're meant to kind of believe, is it true or not? And it's really great. I don't think George Clooney started it, but I'm pretty sure he produced it. Anyway, and I have that book around here somewhere, the Chuck Barris book. I'll see if I can find that and hold it up on Monday for all to see.
House of Cards, the British funny. The American version was just
Well, it had
nasty.
Peter Capaldi was in it, although he did not.
He didn't do his usual.
He wasn't my favorite as he was in Doctor Who. He was not my favorite.
No, but he was really good in that show, the movie that was about how we got into the Iraq War, and it was sort of the botch up with the intelligence, and it had Gandolfini in it, James Gandolfini, R.I.P. James Gandolfini when he was still alive. And Peter Capaldi played the British politician who had the foulest mouth. Do you think I dropped some F-bombs? This guy was just F-bomb central. I mean, he effed and blinded like there was no tomorrow. And he's based on a real politician, and it was very good. And it's basically about how, the English sort of, cooked the books, and poor Colin Powell got up in front of the UN and spouted out some lies. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. The English sort of got backed into a corner, it seems, by their number one, you were their number one ally. I don't know if we are anymore.
That's not like us. That's not like
are
us.
We?
That's not like us.
No. Yes.
Would you like another question from the question box? Or would you like to sing a song?
I'm not going to sing a song.
Are you going to go for the walk with your friend?
Well, I really want to go for the walk with my friend, but we've got to pick up someone's got to pick up the Sue, but I know it's going to have to be me.
It is going to have to be you.
So, but they keep on not calling me to let me know that it's ready. Oh, God. I'm just really, it was supposed to be ready at 1:15.
Oh.
And it's
We
now...
have to call over there.
I have already. Would you like to call over there
No.
next? No, of
Dave
course
is
you
saying,
won't.
remember when they tried to reboot The Gong Show? It was horrific. I can imagine it was horrific because Chuck Barris was great. And also, The Gong Show was meant to be, people would be terrible and they would gong them. And now that's too hurty feelings. We can't hurty feelings like that. The British office in Shameless Archives, Rich said.
Put the subtitles on,
Yeah,
baby. Put
that's
the
what we do.
subtitles on, Rich to
We
Juice.
just put the
Come
subtitles on.
Just help yourself out.
Yeah, help yourself out.
Yeah, or
That's the way kids watch shows
get some
now.
nice lady to do sign language for you.
Jeff is asking if I'm still swimming in the ocean. Yes, I am, Jeff. Although today I took a day off, but every other day this week I've been in, and I will go in tomorrow. So I am still swimming in the ocean. It has warmed up. Since it's coldest, it's up a degree or so, but not that you'd notice.
No, I'm freezing in there.
Still feels effing cold.
Yeah, I need to get a patch on the bottom of my wetsuit.
Oh, I'll
I've
give
got
you a
that.
patch on the bottom.
Yeah, but will it be the right kind of patch? I need a patch that will stop
Oh.
the water coming in that one little area.
I get
where,
a
you
bit
know,
of Gorilla Glue and
some of your old
some old
hair.
plastic
yeah,
bags
yeah.
and some
You
of
put
that
some of
hair
your
I trimmed
hair.
off.
Yeah, that'd be
Oh, I
nice for
think
some insulation. And then what will you put on top of it? Is it an old plastic bag to show how sustainable you are? I don't think that's going to work, Lord Jer. But it's really a bummer because this wetsuit's only a year old and it's just got this one sort of compromise. But oh no, actually, this seems to okay. Yeah, no one needs to
Dave's
hear more
asking
about
how
it.
the trees turned out, which I did say they
Well,
looked out great. But
It's really turned out great, and we loved the guys who came and did it. They were really fantastic. They usually take 25% of the growth. It was so overgrown, they had to take 50. But it looks good, and they've cabled the bit. You guys will be pleased to hear that the large branch, or limb as they call it.
so if my arms are the tree, then they
Yeah.
run a cable between them so
Yeah,
that if
'cause our
one of them
bedroom
breaks,
is
it'll
here.
just swing down around like
Yeah,
that.
and it won't swing right smack into us in our bed, because
We
wouldn't you
won't.
hate it if Lord and Lady Jerry, there they were asleep in the lovely double grunter, and a branch, a limb came crashing down from next door and killed us. I mean, it would
The
be...
old double grunter.
Yeah, well, we don't call it that anymore, but I just pulled that up as a blast
Do we have
from
any
my New
exciting,
Zealand past.
Do we have any exciting plans for the
No,
weekend?
absolutely none. We've got the guy coming over to do the rest of the woodwork, Javier. He's very nice. And your friend will be back, Alberto. You'd like him
Is he
a lot.
coming back?
He's going to come back because he's going to bring the foam, yeah. We're going so high-tech for the noise...
Well, we are high tech.
Yeah, we are high-tech.
We're really
Yes,
blowing
Rich.
some cash out the door for people who
It
aren't making any money right now. But,
Is okay to put English subtitles on an English show.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
if the accent is so thick that you can't understand it, then you should definitely do that. And then we were just watching one of the Small Acts, which is one of the Steve McQueen's things about, oh my God, if you want to see some British racism and not feel so bad about American racism. The first episode is called Mangrove. It's very long, but they speak Jamaican English, and so we put the subtitles on to help with that.
Jeff's
Oh,
taking...
actually, no, it wasn't quite Jamaican English. It was more English. Sorry, darling, you go. I'm going to shut up. Here, I'm going to shut up now.
Jeff is taking his mother to the beach for the first time since COVID came on the scene. Well, congratulations, Jeff. I hope it's not freezing cold in the water there, or maybe maybe your mother doesn't mind. Maybe she's not going in for a swim. Driving to SLO to see your son tomorrow. I don't know what SLO is. Do you know what SLO
I'm
is?
trying to think what is.
I know ELO is the Electric Light Orchestra.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be going to see, Ed would not be going to see his son.
SLA is the Symbionese Liberation Army.
Syrian.
Anyway, it's
Yes.
time, lady. It's time for Seize the Day.
Oh,
it's
let's
time for Seize the Day.
seize it.
Seize it.
Did we stop,
Seize the day.
What do you call it? Pixelating?
Who
Freezing?
knows?
Maybe we shouldn't even ask that question.
Yeah, that's a silly question to ask. Today's Seize the Day is from Henry Ford. Have you heard about him? He
Model T.
and his cars and trucks are still on the road today. The number
We're
one
about to-
selling vehicle in America is the Ford F-150.
And we're not buying a Ford though, right?
We're buying a Toyota.
Yes, yeah, we've gone, yeah. San Luis Obispo.
It's a-
Thank you, Ed, for clarifying. Otherwise, we would have really been like, oh, what,
thank you.
what?
Oh, so Ed, you're going to
Everybody
be here
does.
in
Slutty Light Orchestra, Jeff. Nicely done.
You're going to be here proximal to us then, Ed. San Luis Obispo is not that far away, just a mere
3
3
miles.
hours. Just
3
a mere
hours.
3
yeah,
hours.
halfway
All
from
right.
your place to our place.
What would Henry
Yeah.
Ford say? Gas up the truck and let's go. Henry Ford sees the day. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So,
Yeah.
believe in yourself. Think you can.
Yeah.
Think you can. Nobody
think I
ever went to
can.
the moon thinking they weren't going to the moon. Everybody
Yeah.
who went to the moon thought they were going to the moon.
Yeah, we're back on Mars with our rover. We're looking for microbial life in a billion-year-old lake? A 3.5 billion-year-old lake. I mean, it's a really, really old lake. And sorry if there's anyone here who thinks the world is only 6,000 years old and believes in the Bible and the story of Genesis. But yeah, we're up on Mars looking at a 3 billion-year-old lake for microbial life.
Good luck.
Yes.
Good luck to
yes,
us. What if we find
yes,
it? We're going to be
yes.
scared.
Well, we are.
I'm going to be scared.
Yeah.
David says his mom got her second shot. Congratulations to your mom, David. You haven't gotten yours yet. I had coffee this morning with my friend Guido, who has had his 2 vaccinations. He said at UCLA.
Pfizer?
I didn't ask. It's either Pfizer or Moderna.
Yeah.
I didn't ask which one he'd had, but he said he's at UCLA. He works in the neuroscience department, and they just said, look, we're not going to try and prioritize people. We're just going to vaccinate
Everybody.
all the medical professionals.
Good.
And so he's vaccinated, which is good. Which is good. I'm scared right now. I mean, generally, I am scared.
I'm going to do something later that's going to make you terrified of me. I'm going to do something so scary, scary, scary.
Okay.
It's going to be, oh, you did, but it sound like you believe me.
I do believe you.
Oh, you just made it sound like you just, that I'm not scary at all.
You're very scary
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. That's more like it. Yeah, I'm going to think up something.
Your
really.
hair looks great.
Yeah, should we see the whole haircut? It's going to be, okay, this is a Mr. Jerry special. There we go.
Ouija's 2 weeks from shot 2. Congratulations to you, Ouija. Looking forward to the little metal tag to put on your collar. Yeah, well, Ouija, you can do that. You can put a tag on your collar. Of course, you've already have the chip in your... Jesus.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
everybody.
you're great. Have a wonderful weekend. And you say your thing.
Don't give up. There'll be plenty of time to give up later. We'll see you on Monday, Motivational Monday. I'm going to see if I can find that Chuck Barris book. And I can't remember what Chuck Barris, he would do this pointing thing at the end of the show. I have to look that up. I'm happy. Rich is getting his second Moderna shot on Monday. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Be nice to a jerk. See you on
Really?
Monday.
They have to be nice to a jerk?
That's the only way this is going to get better.
You're right. Okay, be nice to jerks and...